it's not that hard. It's a simple turn. It's a simple change in actions that you've been taking and things that you've been allowing and things that you have been accepting. It's a simple turn. It's uncomfortable for a season. It may get lonely, but you're never lonely as long as God is with you. All right, good afternoon, beautiful believers. So I did my hair. I did my own hair. I ain't done with the middle part, so I got a little French braid. Don't look at that. So I did my hair. Yes, I'm loving these colors. I'm loving these colors though. But today has been a different day. Like, I guess the Lord just really wanted me to be present today with my family. Cause this morning my entire family woke up. Like my son, my husband, my daughter, like everybody got up. So I did everybody at breakfast, cooked pancakes and rice and toast and all of that. Don't ask. So I gotta go with what works. So the kids had rice and toast, and I had rice and toast. I'll wait. And then Elijah had pancakes, and then they had pancakes for lunch. So it worked out. I don't know if I want to leave there like that. Y'all just gonna have to work with me, because I am a really private person. And then also I'm like a straight to business type of person. When it comes to certain things, I like to get straight down to business. I don't like wasting no time. Even when I watch other people's YouTube videos, they be doing like these long spills, and I'll be like, can we just get to why we here? But I gotta remember, everybody's not like me. So I just been struggling with how much to give y'all guys of me, because I'm a really private person. Like, if you meet me in person, I'm bubbly, I'm fun, I like to laugh, I like to play, I like to crack jokes. But when it comes to my business, so certain people or certain environments don't even get to experience like the fullness of who I am. And the Lord been working with me on that as to like come out of it, because it's just like, if that's not who you are, where you go shouldn't change who you are. And it's not that like I'm trying to be fake or nothing, but you know, how you just don't feel safe to be yourself with everybody. Because through my experiences, like people, the things that like make me, people will attack them, or like growing up, or just even through different seasons throughout the past few years, people will attack the things that like make me. So now when I go into certain places, if like I'm not comfortable with you, I'm not cracking jokes. You're not about to get the goofy side of me. You about to get the smile. Hey, how you doing? Have a blessed many days, and that's it. It ain't no, trying to make you laugh, none of that. And that's just, I don't know, I guess like a guard that I put up. But the Lord been working with me on that, because I was watching somebody else's video and they were doing like content, and like I could just tell that they were so like boxed in, and it just felt so like, like, I don't want to say fake, but that's what it felt like, to where I didn't even want to watch the video. And they probably had good information, but it just made me realize, that's what people experience with you when you don't just fully be yourself. So I'm trying to work that out with the social media thing, because it's, it's a little uncomfortable at times. But if the Lord allowed me to see it in somebody else, that means he was trying to show me. So today we are here for tip 3 for growing your confidence. And tip 3 is going to be, pay attention to your environments. And that is so important, because you need to know if the environments that you are in is fueling your confidence, or if it's taken away from your confidence. And if it's taken away from your confidence, how are you going to become more confident? And I'm not saying that you're not going to go through difficult things, but we got to realize when we are assigned to a difficult thing, or assigned to a difficult place, versus when we put ourselves or allow ourselves to continue being in difficult places. And that's so important, because there are certain environments that you're going to need to grow like the fullness of your authenticity. And if you're constantly in a place where you're constantly attacked, you're constantly, embarrassed, you're constantly, you're just constantly under fire, where do how are you going to be nourished? How are you going to be more confident around people who are insecure? And that was what the Lord had to point out to me, because even then, like, I'm so big on not joining groups or group chats or different stuff, because over the past few years, the Lord shows me every time that like I would commit myself into different things, or thinking that I'm joining something that, it's just going to be so great. Those very areas is where like I was attacked like the strongest. And it's just, like, people don't be confident in who they are. And if you're like somebody who's confident and you're just being completely you, a lot of people want to humble you. And it just sucks, because you may be the very thing that they need, but they just can't receive you because of where they are. So pay attention to your environments. And I know where we read in the Bible where people had their persecution. Yeah, but that was persecution that they were, they were assigned to. But we've taken it as, I got to go put myself in difficult environments. I got to go put myself amongst haters. No, you got to be where the Lord has you to be. And if those haters show up, that don't mean that you're supposed to leave that place. But it do not mean to go out and look for dysfunction. And I'm not saying it like to just ignore all things hard, because I've seen that, and I've seen people do that, and that doesn't work either. It may seem like it's working to them, but just like people can see when you aren't being like your full self, or when you're being this way, when you're being that way, people can see that. People can also see when, the work that you're doing is not working. So, pay attention to the environments that you are in, because your environments are either going to nurture you or destroy you. And you need to know what is going to be beneficial for your growth. And in this culture that we are in, it's like the more dysfunction that you are in, or the more disrespect that you tolerate, the more mature you are. And that is not so. Like, that is not how you're supposed to function all the time. It's one thing if the stuff comes to you, but if God is not holding you to a place or holding you to a thing, then you need to know when to remove yourself. Because we constantly tolerate disrespect and think that it's, that's me being mature. No, maturing is knowing when things aren't for you. So yeah, maturing is knowing when things aren't for you, when people aren't for you, when you are in like a snake's breeding ground, when you are in like the freaking lion's den. Like, when you got to pay attention. When we read the Bible, they didn't go out and looking for persecution. They were in their purpose, focused on their assignment, and persecution found them. But we are so used to things being hard. We are so used to things being uncomfortable, to where we don't even realize when we are choosing to stay in dysfunction, we are choosing to stay in unhealthy environments, versus when it is the Lord testing and allowing us to be tested. Their test lasts for a season. And each time, it wasn't stuff that they went and put themselves in. It was things that the Lord allowed to come to them. And it was up to them to focus on their assignment, to focus on why they were there. Maturing is not, oh, how much disrespect can I tolerate? How much evil can I tolerate? That's not maturity. Maturing is knowing when to walk away. Knowing when to speak up, knowing when to set the boundary, knowing when, just knowing when you know that you know that you know. That's what maturing is. And you have to grow to a place to where you understand, okay, every time that I go here, every time that I talk to this person, every time that I listen to this, I feel more insecure. Every time that I do this, I feel like confused about God's voice. I feel I feel uncertain about what I once was sure about. That's the Lord revealing the fruit of the places that you're going. That's the Lord revealing the fruit of the environments that you are allowing yourself to be in. And He's showing you, I'm not going to say nothing, but I'm going to sit here like a parent, and I'm going to show you the signs that this is not beneficial to you. This is not helping you. This is hurting you. And if I give you the answers to every single test, you never grow a muscle, you never learn, and then you end up back in the same thing. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to show you the fruit. And since you know my word, I need you to know whether this is me or not. So if you're going to grow your confidence, you need to be more aware of your environments. Be more intentional with your environments. Oh, Jesus. But be more intentional with your environments. Don't let everything and anybody in your environment. Like I said, confidence should look like being friendly, but everybody's not your friend. Being able to minister and being able to be used by God, being able to share the gospel, being able to share what God has given you while also guarding your heart. A lot of people, and a lot of things that I'm noticing with this generation, they are real big on like not guarding your heart, and they think that that's mature, but that's not wisdom according to the word. Wisdom is guarding your heart. If you realize the fruit of a person, if you realize like the fruit of the thing, why would you continue to subject yourself to that? Like King David, he knew what Saul was. He knew how Saul was acting. And even though that he continued to serve him, when the Lord released him, he was gone. But then Saul continued to follow him. He didn't go looking for Saul. He didn't come following Saul. Okay? So you need to know, okay, these friends, these people, this family, all of these different things, these are killing who I am really supposed to be. These are putting doubt in my mind. They are straying me away from the Lord. They are straying me from the good things. You need to be aware of that, because if not, you're going to continue to repeat the exact same patterns and then say, oh, this is God. No, this is foolishness. That's what it is, because it's insanity. Because if you realize doing this same thing, being around these same people, it's causing you something, you have the power, you have the authority to come out of it. So if you're going to grow your confidence, you need to be confident enough to know that about yourself. You need to be confident to know that about your environment. You need to use wisdom in every environment, every conversation, every relationship that you are entering into. Because if not, you're going to keep getting the exact same results. If this relationship with this person is making you insecure, and it's not, oh, I need to mature, I just need to get comfortable with them disrespect me, I need to get comfortable with these other relationships or other, friendships. If it's not right, it's not right. And this generation is sick. Let's just be real. Like, the stuff that they call secure and insecure is just full of confusion. Like, disrespect is disrespect. It don't make you mature to be able to handle it. Like, there's a way to handle being disrespected, but then there's also things that you just don't tolerate. There's things that you don't accept. Like, when I look at friendships and relationships, and even when I have to deal with some of the things in my own marriage, like, there are some things that like people would think is mature. Oh, if I don't say nothing, no, that is mature. No, the Lord had to tell me, don't use me as no cop out. Don't be saying that, oh, I'm just going to pray and I'm going to wait on the Lord. There's certain things that I've been told you to say. There's certain things that I've been told you to cut off. There are certain things that I've been telling you to put your foot down. Don't you put it on me and say, oh, that you waiting on me. You will not use me as a cop-out. You need to take accountability and be who I called you to be. Because how are you going to be confident and you can't even do what I'm telling you to do? So don't be using God as no cop-out. Oh, God is going to take them away. Oh, God is going to remove them. Well, if the Lord been told you to move, if the Lord been told you to leave, if the Lord been told you to cut off the friendship, how you waiting on the Lord? And he had to deal with me on that, because you're not going to use me as an excuse to be in disobedience. If you heard me already, if I've already led you somewhere in the word, if I've already sent multiple people to help you concerning it, and they aren't tied together, they aren't connected, and I'm sending the exact same word, I'm even sending strangers with the exact same word. Why aren't you listening? Don't use me as no cop out. So pay attention to your environments and be comfortable enough to communicate in those environments. Some places, some things require you to communicate. Some things you've been communicating long enough, so you need to know when to walk away and step away. Some things, you just got to trust the Lord in everything. Pay attention to your environments. Your environment shapes how you think about everything daily. Like if you hang around people who only talk about negativity, you're going to believe that the whole world is negative. If you hang around people who are always complaining about struggling, you're going to believe that the entire world is struggling. Like, there's different places and environments that the Lord allowed me to be into, and it made me completely forget about the environments that I was used to. Because what you surround yourself with, that's what begins to shape your mind. If you hang around people who eat bad, who don't work out, who drink and clubbing, you will think that that's what everybody's doing. So then that's what you'll do. You'll think that this is all that there is. But once you start hanging around people who are being conscious in what they are putting into their body, if you are hanging around people who are working out, then you'll start to believe, oh, the whole world is working out. Everybody's getting fit now. So your environment shapes your entire thought process. So don't take it lightly about what you surround yourself around with. Don't take it lightly in what you are listening to and taking in, because it's shaping your entire mindset. If you are around people who are always complaining about the price of things, always complaining about, oh, this is short, oh, I don't have this, then you'll believe, okay, this is all that there is, because everybody that I'm surrounded with is experiencing the exact same problems. No, you do have a choice to come out of that by changing your environment, changing what you are taking in, changing who you are being around. You don't have to stay there. And if you are believing God for something different, if you are believing God for more confidence, if you are believing God to prosper in every area of your life, you're going to have to show that by taking some real action, making some real decisions, having hard conversations, and getting to where God is trying to get you to where He's been trying to get you to. It's not rocket science. It's not that hard. It's uncomfortable in the moment. You may have to grieve some things. You may have to grieve some places. You may have to grieve some people. But it's not that hard. It's a simple turn. It's a simple change in actions that you've been taking, and things that you've been allowing, and things that you have been accepting. It's a simple turn. It's uncomfortable for a season. It may get lonely, but you're never lonely as long as God is with you. The enemy may try to trick you into believing that you are lonely, but you truly are not. And when you lose everything, that's when you finally find out how much God really is everything. So make the hard decisions. Change your environments. Stop taking in the same nonsense, expecting different results. Stop allowing the same things to keep coming into your life, expecting God to remove them. He's already told you. He's not going to make the decision for you. Even before I got married, and I keep going back to that because some people, they only get the message when it's about love and marriage and different stuff, because that's what a lot of people desire. So there's no shade there. But even in getting ready for marriage, I had to decide what I thought I wanted, what I thought was God. I had to let the Lord know, like, this ain't what I want. This ain't what I want to accept. And the Lord didn't just take it away. It may disappear for like a moment, but I had to really make the decision. Okay, I'm not accepting that no more. I need a husband who's going to do this. I need a husband who's going to be that. I'm not accepting this anymore. And it wasn't until I really put my foot down and stood on it with the Lord that, like, this ain't what I want no more. This is what I will not accept. Lord, if this is your best, I need even better, bestest. Like, if this is your best, and the Lord had to let me know, like, it ain't. Okay, well, I need your best. So whatever your best is for me, I need that, because I'm not accepting this no more. So it's a simple change in decisions. He hears mama. But it's a simple change in decisions, in choices, in environments. And until you make them, you won't experience anything different. You can sit and pray all day long, but if you're not taking actions for what you're believing God for, it's most likely not going to happen. Like, don't just read the Bible, but pay attention to the actions that are going on. Even what's not being said. Okay, so-and-so went here and then this happened. Okay, so then that means that he had to do this and da-da-da-da for this to happen. Or, like, just don't just read the word as just a book to get through the chapters or just to be able to say that you've read the entire Bible. Really pay attention to the environment. Like, when I read the Bible, it's like almost looking at a movie at times, because I need to see what's happening actively. So that's how you need to really read the Bible, instead of just reading these scriptures as just a book to know the laws and the rules. It's so much bigger than that, and you won't experience it until you really dive into it and meditate on it. So that's it. That's the message. That's the word. I love you. I pray that you have a blessed many days, and may the peace and the blessings of the Lord be multiplied unto you greatly. Bye.